YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. True Detective Season 4, Episode 4. And I like this episode because we get character depth for Liz and for Navarro, and just seeing everyone's character really unfold, especially Liz, and how we continue from last episode, but it's just the fact that are we nabbing in a serial killer? And I believe, I forgot the dude's name, like Eric Strauss, something like that, like how they're really doing detective work and how she's really trying to get to the bottom of it and trying to understand what the hell is going on. And she's really getting there, and everything is coming into fold. Like it's like it's Christmas Eve, so it's like everyone's trying to she's really nabbing into work. Now the character depth really got explored when Liz's stepdaughter comes, and because she put murderer on the ice hockey rink because she's the only one that knows that it's in there. So she had to call the lady up and was like, hey, look, man, because she was about to press charges, and she was like, bro, it's Christmas Eve, like, leave her alone, I'm a deal with her. Really went off on her, was like, what the hell is your problem? And when she gets home, she was like, she packs her stuff up like, I'm not staying here, I'm going over there. So Liz got really upset and was like, man, like, where you going? I'm like, stay here, I made turkey. So she throws the turkey away and she gets drunk. And kind of rewinding where her boss, forgot the dude's name already, Liz's boss comes in and was like, hey, I'm not taking the case from you, but, because he did have a point when he said that, it's like, I'm not taking the case from you, but you got this over here, you got somebody that got shot, you got this, you got that, on top of this case, you have a lot going on, you need the help. So I'm not here taking the case from you, letting you work on the case while I deal with everything else. But I look at, in fact, that when he smelt the water before he poured it on the plant, he knows about the water situation. So I feel like he's there to cover something up, to be like, yeah, you need to leave that alone, don't worry about it, type of thing. Meanwhile, Navarro is trying to track down what's going on as far as doing the same thing. She's doing her regular trooper work, and when Liz sees her sister out, and her sister, takes her shirt off, it was in the middle of so she was like, man, call Navarro, she's here. And she's basically like, man, I'm trying to get in touch with, forgot the dude's name, like Peters or whatever his name is. And she sees Navarro's sister, brings her to the station, brings Navarro. So Navarro looks at her sister's like, yeah, I get it. So she admits her to the lighthouse, and we get that long shot in the hallway. I just knew with that long shot, I was like, she's not going to make it. She's not going to make it. And you get that quip where you see the orange rolls from underneath the bed, and she sees her dead mother, so she leaves. And then, a couple minutes later, you see her calling Navarro, and she was like, hey, I love you. But she's way out. Like, you see her like sitting on an abandoned ship, and she takes all her clothes off, packs them neatly, just like the scientist does, and walks off into the sea and dies. So I was telling myself, I was like, whoa. And Navarro didn't get that news until way later, with the Coast Guard. It was like, yeah, we found your sister. And so she's pissed, and as Danvers, kind of rewinding back, when Danvers' stepdaughter leaves, Danvers gets drunk, and she finally noticed a crack in the case about, hey, they have a generator in there, something's going on. So she was trying to have Navarro come pick her up and was like, hey, we need to go question some people so we can go. And she's like, I can't bring you when you're drunk and you're armed, you're tripping. So she has a boy go, Peters, I'm gonna keep calling him Peters, I gotta find that boy's name. And the fact that he has a family that he has to go to for Christmas Eve, that he's like, I don't care what he got going on, have him go. And she actually calls him, and he notices also, like, yeah, she's drunk. He said, I wouldn't call you if I really didn't need you. He's like, yeah, I know. So basically, like, her mom figure, his mom figure, where he agrees, and even Navarro's like, man, sorry, freshman, but we gotta go. It's because you gotta understand, these two women with Navarro and Danvers, they're broken, they have no family, so they rather just work to gut out the pain of the holidays. And meanwhile, how he has a family, he's taken away from his family to work, and that's really messed up. So that's playing to his character arc. And when it goes to his dad of trying to get his mail order bride from Russia, coming into Alaska that she's not on the plane. So we all kind of knew it was a fake thing where he just kept sending her money, so it was somebody that was playing him from the get-go. So he kind of finally figures it out, and he goes back to the station and gets drunk, and he was kind of like telling his son, was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come visit you for the holidays type of thing. And that was kind of messed up, that the fact that he didn't want to, like, you're like a plan B, kind of played this kid, like, man, it's kind of messed up, but he was still like, you're still my dad type of thing. But moving on to just understanding what's really going on, and then they finally found Eric Strauss way ducked off into the dredge, and you see Navarro hallucinating again, kind of backing up where Navarro finds out her sister dies and picks a fight with the dude that she saw in the Blue Crab factory, and where she gets really, really beat up, and then she goes to Kavik, and Kavik has to kind of help her out. Then she goes to Liz, and Liz was like, what the hell's going on? And Liz is already drunk because she was like, yeah, you saw something in the Wheeler case, you saw something. She's like, I was right there. And then it kind of goes to the flashback of seeing Navarro, seeing the ghost of that lady, and then she's pointing, and it freaked her out. So Liz already kind of knows about Navarro's past, like, yeah, I know you see things, all that crap is unreal. And then that's when Navarro was like, my sister's dead. And Liz was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. And like, so they kind of, that sobers Liz up, and then they're like, well, let's go, let's head to the dredge type of thing. And they just kind of comfort each other in that moment. It's like, it's a lot, it's a lot. And they're, like I said, they're two broken women, two police officers that are broken because they're haunted by the fact that they're around their family members that are gone. Liz and her ex-husband and her son is gone now, with Navarro with her sister being gone. So they head out to the dredge, where they finally find Eric Strauss with Raymond Clark's jacket, and they were like, where's Raymond Clark? And he was like, yeah, he went back down below, he's hiding. And they were kind of like, what the hell's going on? But Navarro sees a ghost of her dead sister floating in the water, so she goes a different way, and turns out you see a Christmas tree in there, and something. I feel like it felt like a supernatural thing. And then Liz finally finds Navarro, and she couldn't move, and then saw the blood leaking out of her ear. So I was telling myself, I'm like, what does that really mean? And then the episode's over. So I was telling myself it was a lot in this episode. I still think episode 3 was really, really the best of this season. But I love this episode because the character depth, the character building about what's going to take place. I feel like we have 6 more episodes left. I know there's not going to be a episode for Super Bowl Sunday, but I'm really invested of what the hell is going on, and I'm enthralled with how this is going, the supernatural element, the horror element. It reminds me of season 1. I know Nick Palazzo, I think, is really pissed off about this season, but I feel like you can't be mad when we're in Alaska, and it kind of ties into the first season where Russ Cole's family dad is in Alaska. So we're finally getting that supernatural element, like how we had with the season 1 with the Yellow King. We're trying to find out what the hell this spiral cult is and what they do. So I'm here for it. Still 10 out of 10. Best show, hands down, out right now. Followed by Masters of the Air, and then Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I'm really watching. I can't wait to do a review for that. So, you guys enjoyed my review of True Detective Season 4, Episode 4. Subscribe to my channel, post a comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.